Austin Vanderford, congratulations on winning your UFC debut. Is now like the time when you've been able to kind of soak everything in? Because it was a whirlwind getting you on this card, getting the fight and everything else. Have you been able to kind of enjoy this after the victory?
Yeah, finally. It still haven't even really gotten to enjoy too much. So once we're done here, I get to go see my family and stuff. But yeah, I would say this was, which so funny being my UFC debut. This was the craziest fight week I've probably ever had. I got a call Saturday night, last Saturday, a week from today, saying someone had fallen off the card and that if I could make weight, it was my opportunity. And, of course, you get that call, and this is what I've been dreaming of. And I said yes immediately. Didn't get a contract Sunday, never got anything Monday until Monday night, and got a call saying that opponent had fallen through and that they had a new guy. That was like 5 p.m. Eastern time on Monday night. By 9 p.m., I was getting my weight down. Got another call saying that guy wasn't going to make it. So I went to bed this past Monday night thinking, I wasn't going to be on the card. We had flights at 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. We had to cancel. We had maybe a thought, so we rebooked it for later on the evening Tuesday. And, thank God that I got another call saying that this guy can make it at a catch weight. And I was like, let's go. So it was a whirlwind for sure.
Any nerves for this one? Because the crowd was really on your side. Like, you could hear it when you came in the cage and, even at weigh-ins yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
how did this compare to other fights you've had?
Another ironic thing, my UFC debut, everything. This was the most at peace I've been probably my entire fight career. I wanted this opportunity, and I just wanted a chance, and you just go out there with no fear or anything, and you just want to go out and compete and do everything I could to get my hand raised.
And I got to ask too, at the end there with the push, you're a pretty well-mannered guy. Like, how weird was that? Like, you turn around, he's pushing you. Like,
Yeah.
do you think I don't even know why he did that. Was he mad at the stoppage? Wouldn't that be a referee thing?
Yeah. I was saying earlier, funny enough, I had dropped the nickname "The Gentleman" for this fight, and I guess now there's a picture of me with the double bird up, but yeah, it was kind of weird. He came up. I thought he was coming up to say good fight, but I didn't really understand he was never going to get out of the position he was in unless time ran out or the ref stopped it. So I had a good grip on him, and he got saved. He was going to get hurt even worse. And, I was landing some shots, but I was getting everything back, and I was going to go in for a hard one.
So what's next? Big win here. 170. You're back at 170. That's sort of
Yeah.
your new home now. Where are you sort of going from here after such a big victory?
Man, just go back, stay the course, and get right back. I want to be really active this year, and hopefully get back on in a month, 2 months, or whatever. They got a card in Miami. Be cool to sneak on that. So yeah, get right back to work. First, we got to make a little pit stop in Vegas for Paige to slap someone up, and then we'll both be back to work.
Austin. Yeah. So take me back, 2018, right? You get on Contender Series. You submit your opponent. If it was any other season, you would have got the contract.
Yeah.
You didn't get the contract. Obviously, you go on to have a really good career in Bellator, but like, what was going on through your mind? Like, you didn't get the contract.
Yeah. It was, of course, it was a letdown because this is where I'd always want to be. The UFC was what I wanted to be at. But going to a different organization, fighting Gegard Mousasi for the middleweight world title, and Lord knows I'm not a middleweight, but just going and getting that experience and the things I was going through in that time period of my life, and just more than anything built me for this opportunity right here and forged, the run that I'm about to make right now. And I wouldn't take any of that back for anything. And I've got a coach and a wife and a team who believes in me so much. And it's hard to doubt yourself when, someone you respect, Coach Bahumpa telling me these things every single day, you start, you have these doubts in your mind, and then you're hearing it every day. Look, you can go and do this. You can make it to the top. It's hard to doubt yourself from that. And so, I've got a lot of confidence from him and my wife and my team. And I think that the spot that I'm in right now is the one I was supposed to be in. And I'm excited to capitalize on all that and move forward.
Did it sting every year seeing lesser performances get contracts while you didn't get one?
Yeah, I mean, human nature is jealousy and, and people getting opportunities that, you felt like you deserve. But, man, I've got a strong mind and I'm just a small village guy from Ninilchik, Alaska. And to even be on this stage or to make it where I've made it, it's cliche to say and all that. But man, I'm from a village of 400 people, and I graduated with 16 kids in my graduating class, and 100 kids K through 12, and just to be here and to be on this stage, I'm thankful for it every single time, and I'm just excited to go make my hometown Ninilchik, Alaska proud, and my team, American Top Team, my coaches, and my family, and most importantly, my wife Paige.
After your fight with Aaron, you took 2 years off. What were you doing in those 2 years?
I was training. That fight with Aaron, the first punch I threw, I broke my hand. I had 2 operations on my hand, and we were going through some personal things in our life, and again, things that you look back on like, man, why did this happen in this time period? But it just, like I said, forged the person. And again, thank God I have the head coach I have, Bahumpa, to keep me on course. And, we just trained through it, got through it. And he led me to believe that there was going to be this point. And, here we are today.
With your coaches and your family telling you, like, you're going to make it one day, you're one day. But after, your loss in Bellator and then LFA, like, was there ever a time in that period where you're like, maybe, like, this is it? Like, this is it for me being a fighter?
No, because I knew that I wanted to fight and I loved to compete and I loved to fight. And so that was never a question, but we get up there and I went from fighting for a world title in Bellator to, going back to, a regional scene and stuff. But we knew what we had to do to get to this point. And, I didn't want anything given to me and you have to earn this. You have to earn to, put on the UFC gloves and the uniform and stuff. And I knew I had to go out and get a win and get a finish. And we had that in mind, and we knew it was going to happen. And again, here we are.
Final one for me. Do you think Nikolay is going to get cut tonight after pushing you and going 0-2?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. And for me, no hard feelings. I know the sacrifices and what we do to go out there and to perform. And, I know the dreams and aspirations we all have. And so, I feel for the guy. But, yeah, I mean, you go out there and you get dominated and then throw a fit like that. You probably don't deserve to be here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Austin, right here. Congratulations. You said, like, you're not a middleweight. Can I ask, when did you come to that conclusion? Because obviously 185 was great for you in Bellator, and, some people would say, hey, he's a little older, making the weight cut has to be harder. Just what made you decide, no, 170 is where this is going to happen?
Yeah, I think just getting the right team around me and, nutritionists and my coaches and stuff. And funny enough, making 170 for me now is easier than making 185. And that's just the mentality and the discipline and the changes in my life I had to make to do that. And yeah, I mean, I had some success. I had some good wins against some quality guys at 185, but I think at 170 you'll really be able to see a guy who can go out there and make a push at this. And like I said, I have all the confidence in the world with myself, and I'm excited to go do that here in the UFC.
There's no time like the present. Are there names in mind? I mean, you've been keeping an eye on the division, I'm sure, as time has gone on.
Yeah. Man, it's kind of hard to even, go through all this and think about, like I said, Tuesday, I didn't even have an opponent for this weekend. And from that moment on Tuesday, I knew we had a lot of work to do to prepare for Nikolay and to go out there and get a finish here in my debut. So we're going to get back home and make some call-outs for sure.
Are you and Paige still on the hunt for her 1 of 1 on the power slap cards?
Yes, we are. Yeah. 1 of 1 for her. And I really want the die cut hand auto. And that's definitely what I'm looking for. And we're going to shoot back home, I think tomorrow, back to Florida. We'll be there for a week and then right back to Vegas to watch her go slap. So we've got a crazy 2 weeks ahead of us. And I'm fortunate and we're happy that I could get us off with a win and get those good vibes going for the next couple weeks.
Good luck. Happy
Thank you.
hunting.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.